guys. So guys, long time no see, huh? It's been a minute since I have been back in Atlanta. Been a minute since I've been back in Atlanta and vlogging. And I just started school. So first semester just began. I didn't do a first day of school vlog or anything like that. But this is gonna be like a first week of school / interviewing job search video. I haven't really given you guys a lot of info about my job search process in the moment, besides everything that I post on my Bex Not Bex Instagram, so make sure you follow that if you want to see more day-to-day stuff, since my vlogging schedule, my posting schedule has been pretty irregular. It really is the same old stuff. In this semester, I don't think it's going to be anything, I mean, it's different subjects obviously, and I will get into that probably in another video, but I did want to just update you guys a little more in depth, and eventually I'll also, once my job search process is complete and God willing I have a job, I will kind of recap what that process was like for me, and get more into detail like I did with the law school application process. However, right now I can only give you guys tidbits here and there and vlog a little bit to show you what I've been doing and how I've been doing it. So I just got out of class actually. I just got out of constitutional law, and every day except for Fridays I have 2 classes a day, which is really not a bad gig. I will say what's different from last semester is I believe, and again, this has only been the first couple of days, but I believe that my schedule is significantly better than last semester. I can't guarantee to you guys when this is gonna come out, but if you're watching this now, hello, hi, welcome, and hopefully my interviews after this have gone well. I wanted to film this week actually, and it's kind of perfect that it coincided with the first week of school, because literally on the first day of class I got 3 emails to do interviews for 3 different positions, and I was like like my jaw was to the floor, okay? Because I haven't really told you guys a lot about this process or my grades or anything really about last semester, but when you've seen this video, you will probably know that last semester was tough and I wasn't extremely happy with my grades. I didn't get bad grades, but I just wish I had done better. And so I was a little nervous, apprehensive really, going into the job search process and applying and everything, but I applied everywhere. I'm telling you, for the most part, I applied to almost everything that I could get my hands on, which is why I have not posted a lot, because when it came down to deciding, am I going to edit a vlog or am I going to write another personal statement or write another cover letter, I gotta get this bag before I can make videos for you guys. Now, this week I have 3 interviews and I'm so excited, especially for the one today, because this is like a dream position. This is only step 1 in the process, but again, we take it one day at a time, one step at a time, and whatever opportunity is given to us, we are going to attack it, and hopefully, you know, if it's for us, it's for us. What I'm doing now before my legal writing class is I'm just reviewing a little bit more for this phone call interview. It's going to be a 30-minute phone call with someone from the legal team at this position, and they're just going to ask me questions apparently about my resume, my experiences, probably some like hypothetical scenarios, and see, you know, how my brain works, I guess. And what else did she say? Time for, you know, for me to ask questions. So that's another thing I'm trying to think about, just making sure that I'm not just asking generic questions, but like questions I genuinely want to know the answers to, and that would help me really decide whether this position is something that I would also enjoy. Obviously, beggars cannot be choosers, but I do have to remember that like this is part of my future and I do get a say-so to some extent, and if something's really not for me, just because I'm desperate to have a job does not mean that I should just take it just because. However, you never really know what you really want until you experience it, and then you kind of decide, oh, this was for me, or no, this isn't really something I want to be a part of. So I'm open to all opportunities, all experiences, and I am not closing any doors, because I just never ever know. I've been going between my desk here, same setup y'all, nothing new. I've been going between my desk here, same stuff. And right there, I've been using this as like a standing desk, my bookshelf, and that's been actually pretty nice because I realized like, okay, if I'm going to be doing online school, like I'm really not going to be standing and walking a lot in my apartment, so I need to kind of change things up a bit. I am looking at questions. I've been going all around people who've already had interviews being like, help, help, help. And the call is today at 2, so I have class until 11:45, and then I'll have a little bit more time again to review. Luckily, I don't have to worry about my appearance because it's just a phone call, so I can really just be like this and just make sure that my phone service is good, and then that's it. So that's really it, guys. And then I'll update you on what tomorrow's interview is going to be like, and then I have one on Saturday that I need to complete, but that one's one of those like recorded interviews where you go into the system and the system asks you questions and then you record your answers. So I'm doing that one on Saturday because it just has to be done by the 24th, but the ones that are going to be with actual humans are today and tomorrow. So I'll update you guys on what's going on tomorrow, and we'll just keep this vlog going, and hopefully you will see it sooner rather than later. Oh! Alright guys, so I didn't really want to talk before I did the interview because I was so freaking nervous. And now it's like, you know, whenever you do something really hard or like you were really, really anxious and then you finish the thing and now your heart's like, okay, we can breathe, and then you get cold. That's what's happening to me right now, because that is like the job I just interviewed for, and that was only like step 1 of the interview process, okay? But this opportunity, like working for this company, would be incredible to me. Like for me personally, and the things that I'm passionate about and, you know, what I enjoy doing, this would be like a dream, especially as a 1L. So even having the chance to interview with this company was really freaking cool, and I think it went pretty well, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. I think I came across as really personable. I think YouTube really helped me with that, because being able to just literally speak to a camera, nobody else but a camera, has really helped me get my personality across to somebody without having to even have another person or anyone else on the other end. And I think I think I portrayed my enthusiasm for the job and just like my interest in the company really well, because I had a special connection with this particular company in a time in my life, and so I think that helped me sort of get it across that like this is not just me trying to get experience, like this is genuinely me trying to apply for something I'm really interested in. Whew, I can't even talk. So I think I conveyed those things pretty well. I'm not sure how well I conveyed my experiences, because right now it's all kind of a blur as to what happened. It was a really quick call. Like it literally went, he like from 2 to 2:30, and it was a wrap. And the bulk of it, like him asking me questions, only lasted 22 minutes. So I think I was actually concise, which I tend to have a problem with, is being concise in my answer. So I think I actually was pretty good on that, because he was like, you know, a majority of the time will be us asking questions, and then hopefully if we get through everything you can ask me questions. So I don't think he was anticipating even having a lot of time for me to ask him questions, but I had 8 minutes to ask him questions, so I got to ask him 3 questions, and they were actually things that I was like genuinely interested in knowing about. And yeah, so I think it went well. We also were able to just be a little bit more kind of like, you know, hey, how are you, like talk about life and laugh a little bit. And he was super chill, so that really helped in making me more comfortable. I don't know, I think it went well. I really don't even care what happens after this, actually. Not so much that I don't want the job, but I am just so happy that I had a positive interview experience with a human, because my previous interviewing experiences have been through the computer on like those pre-recorded, like the ones that you just record your answers and you just send them in. So finally getting to talk to somebody and really just be myself around them and just share my life story was really, really nice, and especially helped me feel more comfortable with tomorrow's interview, which I guess I will talk to you guys about now. So tomorrow's interview is going to be with a firm that's also doing a partnership with another company. So it'll be here in Atlanta or remote, I'm not sure, but I think for right now it'll be here in Atlanta. It's going to be at 1 tomorrow. It's over Zoom. The recruiting coordinator person, she's going to sort of explain the role to me, explain how the internship would work, blase blase. Then I'll have 3 interviews with 3 different attorneys. So they'll each be 20 minutes long. Bop, bop, bop. Am I nervous after this? No, I'm not as nervous. Before, I was very nervous because I was like, I have not interviewed for a position with a human yet, and this will be my first opportunity, and I was nervous that I have yet to like hear those questions. But what I'm gonna do is sort of take these 2 interviews and just see where I'm at. And if things are going well, I'm probably just gonna continue on doing what I'm doing and just keep refreshing myself on my resume and just thinking about how I can cut down my answers, be more concise, articulate myself better, and, you know, just not waste people's time, basically. If tomorrow doesn't really go too hot, then I'm gonna be in the career services office asking for mock interviews so that I can learn what firms want to hear and how they want to hear it. So I'm just gonna do a trial and error, basically. I would also really love the internship opportunity that I'm interviewing for tomorrow as well. So both of these that I'm interviewing for this week are opportunities that I would love to have. Like, I'd be like over the moon, you know, no matter what happens today, no matter what happens tomorrow. I'm just grateful for the opportunity. I'm grateful for the experience, particularly, so that I can continue just getting more interview experience under my belt, specifically within the legal field. I'm really grateful also because, like I told you guys, I was not confident with my grades, so I was really nervous that I was not going to be able to be a competitive candidate for some of these kind of higher paying, you know, I'd say more prestigious opportunities. But the fact that I am being, you know, I've received interviews for them I'm just so grateful. So grateful to God. So grateful, happy. We're going to keep kicking butt, keep doing this, and I'm going to keep proving to y'all numbers aren't everything, because all it takes is 1. All you need is 1. You just need 1 law school acceptance. You just need 1 job acceptance. That's it. And then you move forward to the next step. So I really hope that I'll have a good story to tell you guys when all is said and done. So I will see you guys later on when I am prepping for tomorrow's interview, because that one's going to be on Zoom, so I have to actually look presentable. That was the best part about this, is I did not have to worry about how I looked. Is my hair in the right place? You know, are my lips chapped? Like, I don't have to worry about any of that. Am I making eye contact? Like, I could just stare. I was like staring at my toes. I don't even know what I was staring at, but I didn't have to be super like, oh my gosh, okay, like look at them, smile, but also articulate everything that you're saying well. Like, everyone, cross your fingers and let's hope that Bex gets her bag. Please. So you're probably wondering why I'm coming to the camera with one eye like this. I forgot to start filming when I woke up, so this is me just trying to give y'all what you asked for. Today is Friday, which means interview number 2. So as you can see, this is basically what I'm going to wear, and then I'm going to put a black blazer over this. I might just tuck my necklace up in my sweater or in my shirt so that I'm not like, I don't know how much jewelry I should really wear. I kept it super minimal, like the tiniest earrings I could find. I was a little bummed out because, and then subsequently I was stressed out because I wanted to get a button down. The only button downs I have for some reason are all like the first button begins here, and I don't think that would necessarily be a problem in the workplace because like it doesn't look super inappropriate, but it's like for an interview I'm not trying to take any type of chances. Like, you guys, I'm really just trying to keep it super simple, and I don't want to, I'm already, you know, like a little nervous and excited and jittery for it, that I don't want like my appearance to be something that I'm constantly thinking about during the interview. So I'm keeping it as simple as I can and try not to do too much. So that interview is going to be at 1 today, and it's going to be, like I mentioned last night or yesterday, it's going to be 3 interviews with 3 different attorneys from the firm. I have no idea because it's in partnership with another company, which I believe is the firm. The firm is used as their counsel. So I don't know if anyone from the company is also going to interview me, but all I know is that she said 3 attorneys from the firm, so I'm just assuming that the company is letting the firm decide who their hires are going to be. But I'm going to just do a little bit more research just to see. Last night I had class from 5 to 8, so I didn't record anything because that class was so freaking long. But you know what? I don't think it's gonna be that bad. It's also taught by 2 black women. So honestly, guys, if you are looking for, when you're applying to law school, if you're watching this and you're not in law school already, and you're thinking about it, and one of your, I guess, criterion is to have like not only diverse student body but also diverse staff, I really believe that Emory is really trying. They've had, if you've done any looking into Emory, you will see that they've had some snafus in the past, and they have, as any PWI private institution, there are going to be issues. But I think that given, the political climate right now, and given the fact that more black students are applying to law school, like, I really think that Emory is taking note of it and has hired more black professors. Or maybe they've always been here and I just got lucky, because I didn't even really look into that when I was applying. Like, I noticed that, they allowed me to talk to black alumni, and so I noticed that there was a fair amount of black alumni, so I was like, okay, it seems pretty diverse. They seem to have some pretty successful black lawyers coming out of here, but I did not look into the staff at all. When I found out that I was having, for example, like last semester I had 2 black professors, my contracts professor and my writing professor. This semester I have the same black writing professor, my property professor is a black woman, and my international law class that I had last night is taught by 2 black women. So that, to me, I'm just like, I think especially for not being at an HBCU, if like you are deciding between, should I go to an HBCU, should I go to a PWI? PWIs have the diversity. You just have to do your research and make sure you're finding the right one, talking to the people who go to that school, looking at the staff directory online, because that information's available. Sometimes, like for example, this class being offered this semester is not usual. The international law class that I'm taking with the 2 black professors, it wasn't usual that it would be offered, especially to 1Ls, but it is being offered, and so I took it mainly as a strategy, because I wanted more afternoons free. This semester seems like it's starting off on the right foot, and I'm very pleased with the diversity that I'm seeing. I'm very pleased with my professors so far. My constitutional law class is interesting. I wouldn't say it's the most riveting right now, because we're literally starting at day 1, day 1 of America. But I'm sure as we get into some more, as we get into later into the semester, there'll probably be some more relevant issues, at least not so far away in time. Yeah, that's my update on school. Now that I guess this is just an update of everything. I will say that the job seeking process, like I mentioned before, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about applying. I learned a lot about how to effectively you know, communicate my goals and what I've done in the past. Like, you know, so far I've had 3 interviews. Yes. So far I've had 3 interviews, and yesterday was the first one I had with a human. And I really have to say that I just think that I vibe better with humans. I think we can all probably say that. And so I felt so much better talking on the phone than I felt when I was doing those like the automated interviews online. But like I was telling you guys before, I was grateful for any opportunity to interview, because I was just so nervous that I wasn't going to even get the chance to do so. You know, despite being like, oh, I wish I had more live interviews, like at the end of the day, I just wanted one interview. I wanted one interview so that I could show myself that grades are not the only determining factor, and also so I could show someone that, you know, I just wanted a chance. That's literally all it was. I just wanted a chance. So before I make this clip uber long, which it already is, I'm gonna continue updating you guys. I have class from 9 to 10:30 today, so that's gonna be my only class, constitutional law. And then basically from 10:30 up until 1, I'm just gonna keep looking at, you know, some of my sample questions that I've been practicing with, and then just looking at, you know, just looking at more stuff about the firm, looking at more stuff about the company that they're partnering with, and just really making sure I have some concrete answers to give when they ask me things about their firm and why I want to join. So I'm super excited today, guys. It's a good day. It's a great day to end the week. Yes, I am, you know, nervous, I guess you could say, but at the end of the day, I'm way more excited than I am nervous, and that's all that matters. So I will update you guys later, and wish me luck. So yesterday, I didn't really give you the rundown after my interview. It's now Saturday. And I have one more to do to finish this week out, and it is one of the ones where you like go into the system and it asks you questions, automated, and then you submit your responses, and it's kind of like one of the screener interviews as opposed to meeting up like with somebody live on like Zoom or WebEx or whatever. But yesterday's interview I thought went well, because I was so nervous for it. Like, I was super nervous, but it's mainly because of the fact that I was having to talk to several different people, and I was like, okay, I'm only going to get 20 minutes with each person, and 20 minutes to make an impression and to, you know, just to have a good conversation, because I wanted to make sure that, like, not so much that I came across as, you know, an amazing person, but that they had that each person could say that they had a good conversation with me, because I feel like that in and of itself means like they will have had a good impression of me. Yesterday I met with 1 woman and 3 men from the firm, and they were all at the Atlanta office, except for the lady, but she used to work at the Atlanta office for this firm. And they were all really pleasant people. Like, it was really nice because I was so nervous, and then when I realized that they were super just like wanting to get to know me, and our conversations, you know, ran smoothly, I was over the moon. I was just like, okay, I can relax now. And so I think, like, as I went on further and further, and it lasted for like 2 hours, by the way. So as we kept interviewing, I think you could probably tell that I was getting more and more relaxed. And then it actually started with the recruiting coordinator. So we talked for 30 minutes. She gave me the chance to ask her questions about the position and ask her, you know, questions about the firm and the Atlanta office. So our conversation was like super, super informal, super casual, and that was really nice because we were able to just literally shoot the shit and just talk to each other, and that made me feel so much better. That pretty much took up a lot of my energy yesterday. Like, I did not have a lot of energy after that. I felt like I did after finals. And it sounds so like, okay, you're exaggerating this, but it really felt like I was having to be on, like, hi, how are you, for a really long time, which I love talking to people, so I don't think it was that I was tired of talking to others. I just didn't even realize how tired I was afterwards. So in the moment, I was like, okay, yes, I'm having good conversations. I'm enjoying this. Like, it was a very pleasant experience. It wasn't just, it was afterwards where I was like, dang, I'm actually kind of tired. Like, I was staring at this screen the whole time, smiling, you know, trying to put forth my best self. And I didn't realize that I actually was pretty tired after that. I didn't film because I also was kind of just like a little disoriented that had just happened. But this is me giving you the recap now. And they told me that if I were to move forward, that there would be another round of interviews. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. If I move forward, then that's awesome. If I don't move forward, now I am just so much more comfortable doing interviews. I mean, that was like pretty much practice. It was like doing, I mean, it was real life, but it was like if I had done 4 mock interviews back to back to back. So yesterday I talked with 5 people. I talked with a recruiting coordinator and 4 attorneys, which I thought was only going to be 3 attorneys because she told me 3, and then it ended up being 4. So there was nothing wrong with that. I got more experience, more opportunities to see what other types of questions people would throw at me, and now I feel really good going into whatever interview or whatever other situation, whatever else comes at me, I'm ready for it, which is actually today's interview, and I'm going to complete that, then spend the rest of my day reading for I think 2 classes, because I have 2 classes on Monday, so I definitely want to read for those. That being said, I will see you guys after this interview. Oh, I guess I could show you my setup. So I was a little bit sad because I had this set up here, like I had my ring light on that side, because I could film these interviews like where I film my YouTube videos right there in that corner, but I was like, let me just do a little bit more of a professional background, because like I might think it's all cute and funny, but then they're like, girl, this is too distracting. Like, you got leaves in the background, you got all these color pinks and blues and stuff. So I was like, you know what, let me keep it simple. So I just went ahead and did this. So this is like the view that they see. My door will be closed, and it's just a little bit more simple, and with the light, I'm the main focus of the screen. So this is my setup. My ring light blew out, so that's going to be a concern for my thing. I just wanted light on both sides of me, so I have this bright light, which I really don't like, but it has helped me with these interviews. So I have that light, and then my computer's up on these these bad boys, really coming in handy. My computer's up on here because I want it to be at pretty much eye level, and when the computer's down there, it's like giving this weird underview, and I don't think that that looks professional. So I think the best way is to find a way to lift your computer up. If you have one of those standing desks, that could probably work too, but I don't want to be like distracted or distracting to them by standing. Here, you know, I usually put like my schedule and stuff up here, but yesterday during the interview I had put up a lot of like my bullet points just in case I ever felt like, oh my gosh, I don't really know the answer to this question, but I've already like thought of the answer previously. Then I just put anything up there that I felt like I could be asked, just in case, where if I really felt stuck, I would just like look up and be like, oh, okay, like jog my memory. I also had some notes right here, which I put my questions I wanted to ask the interviewers, because each person gives you an opportunity at the end to ask them questions. And so I wanted to make sure I had them handy, just in case. Again, you know, you think you have everything like ready, you think you're like, oh yeah, you know, I've practiced, I'm prepared, I'm ready, and then you forget, like when you get into that interview situation, like sometimes it can really make you nervous, because it could go from a super really casual conversation to, okay, let me ask you about this now. And so you would have just gone from like laughing and giggling and ha 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 to like, let's do business. So sometimes that can throw you off a little bit, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If I'm, you know, and that's kind of what this Zoom environment really allows you to do, is like to be prepared, but also if it's okay if you forget some things, and it's okay to have some notes on the side just in case you blank out, because you forget that it's like you can think you can prepare for all circumstances, but when you actually get into that situation, there are some things that might make you nervous, might throw you off, and I think that's totally normal. It happened to me in one of the interviews, and I had my notes on the side, thankfully, and I was able to just look at it real quick and then remember what I was planning on saying, what I had practiced, and that was it. I'm going to show you guys my outfit, which is hilarious.
So yesterday you saw me in the turtleneck, but I really did not like that. I felt like I looked like a priest. And I was like, you know what? Like, a little color is not gonna kill anyone, okay? Like, a little color shows that I'm alive, that I'm not dead. I felt dead inside with that outfit. So here's what I'm wearing today. These are, okay, my leggings, but this is a dress. So normally if I pulled it down, it'd be like this little, let me show you. Oh my god. Okay. So this is what the dress would look like normally. And then it's also, so it's like a cute little dress. I would probably wear, I don't know. I really don't know where I really would wear this. But I just thought that under here, for what you can only see here up, I just thought it looked really cute. I should probably get more of a fitted blazer, but I really don't like fitted things. So I have this oversized one and it has seemed to work so far, but I will probably do a little shopping here and there throughout the semester so that over the summer I have more fitted clothes just in case I, you know, do end up having an internship where I can go into the office. I'm hoping that it's a little more, I don't know, I'm hoping the vibe is not going to be super stuffy, and so that I could actually just continue dressing like I dress, which is maybe a little bit more like oversized clothes. Still classy and cute, but just more oversized, because I don't always like wearing tight things, and I do not always like wearing heels. And then of course, I'm giving you all the bun look again, as usual. This lighting is terrible, sorry. But very, very minimal makeup, just a little bit to highlight certain areas so I can look good on the camera and look awake and refreshed. And then the bun for me is just the easiest way to make sure that I'm not thinking about my hair during the interview. If my hair was out, I would constantly be checking, like, do I have any strays? Is it looking cute? Is it, you know, framing my face properly? The bun is like the safest way for me to go. Either high or low, but I've just been doing high buns because I think they look cuter on me. I'm not really going to show you guys while I do my, like, I'm not going to record while I'm doing my homework and stuff like that later, so I'll just update you after this FedEx interview, and then that'll probably be the end of this vlog. First week of school, first week of interviews back to back. Fingers crossed. Again, all it takes is one, guys. All it takes is one. Remind me not to talk with my hands so that these people don't see this busted nail. Disgusting. Disgusting. I'll check in with y'all later. So y'all, I just finished this this interview that I was talking about. Preparing took me a little longer than I expected because I was on the phone with someone, so that kind of dragged longer than I thought it would be. Like, I thought I was gonna get this done in like 30 minutes and I didn't, but it's fine. Funny part was that the interview itself was actually so short. The past interviews that I had done where it was going to be like an automated thing where they post the questions, or like, you know, you go into the system and then you record your answers. I had about 5 or 6 questions and those things took me like 30 minutes. This, I think, took me 10 minutes. It was 3 questions. I was like, what? That's all you want? I mean, I'm not mad about it. I'm sure it's just, you know, it's just a screener interview for them to get some data on me, so I'm sure like after that, if they like me enough, they'll invite me. It would be like, okay, you get invited for another interview. So I'm assuming that that's the situation, but I was so surprised when it said only 3 questions. And this was different from the other ones. 3 questions, unlimited recording tries. So if you didn't like it, you can play it back. And if you don't like it, you can just re-record your answer. And then on top of that, the time limit was 2 minutes for each question. So I was like, there was one point where I was like, I'm starting to feel like, because there was one I did and the time limit was 90 seconds. That was difficult because it was also one of the first like interviews I had done earlier on. So I was already like, I was pretty nervous anyways to begin with. So it did not help that the time limit was so short. But now, after having an interview experience, I'm like, 2 minutes, you want me to rap. So, but I think it went well. I really liked the questions. I thought that they were good questions to really get my personality out, but to also get a sense of why I even want to do this, you know, why I even want to do law. Fingers crossed that we'll be able to move to the second round of this internship position. But if not, then
again, just another day of experience, another day of practice, and I think I think God knows that I need this because I haven't gone to career services and done a mock interview yet. So he's like, okay, you clearly need to practice because you're not doing it yourself. This has definitely made me so much more relaxed and comfortable going into whatever else is yet to come. If if there are any more opportunities for me to interview with firms, because I'm telling you guys, I applied everywhere. Like, it felt like I applied everywhere. Not like everywhere in the country, but like I applied to so many positions. I mean, positions where I was like, there's probably a slim chance that I even get in here, but you just never know, right? So all it takes is one. Again, I'm going to keep saying that. All it takes is one, and that's all it's going to take. And that's going to be good for me. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for staying tuned with me in this journey. And I really hope that I really feel good about this story that I'm telling you guys, because I think it shows the danger of like limiting yourself because you think that your particular numbers or your scores or something like that are not going to get you to where you want to be. And that's, it sounds specific to law school, but I think we do it in all types of, in all areas of our lives, where we start measuring ourselves to other people, and then we literally just block ourselves from our own opportunities because we think that we're not good enough for something. And we need to be like Amy Coney Barrett out here, guys, and just apply for that job, because you just never know. You never know. Apply for that thing, get that internship, apply to that school, because you might as well shoot your shot. The worst thing someone can tell you is no. And I know, and I'm speaking from a personal experience, because I know that I've definitely stopped myself from doing some things that could have turned out to be really great opportunities because of a fear that I wasn't going to be good enough for it, or I wasn't going to meet the requirements. And now I am like, it doesn't matter if they're not stopping me, if they're not blocking the website, if they're not blocking the application, I'm sending mine in, because who the heck knows? You just never know. So that's my little spiel. That's my little motivation for you guys for the rest of your week, is that if there's opportunities that you're looking for, if there are schools that you're trying to apply to but you're just not sure, just do it. The worst thing that can happen is that they tell you no, and it's just another experience for you to put under your belt. That's literally it. No harm, no foul. I'll talk to you guys later. The usual, like, comment below other videos you want me to do this semester that might have been different from last semester, or if you just want me to keep giving you guys some similar stuff. And please subscribe so that we can keep going up.